Hi everybody, this is Ingi from Tarot Wikipedia. Thank you for watching. Let's get started on your daily reading. If you're part of YouTube, you get this. If you're part of the bundle, you get all of this. So let's get started on your Synchronicity reading. This is a chakra deck and it says faith. And something new will happen. Most of you are probably already on some kind of spiritual journey since you're watching this video. And you're interested in mysticism, but I feel like for some of you, you're also going to have a psychic experience, a mystical experience that will open you up even more. Now, you can pray to be opened up psychically. You can pray to be opened up psychically every day. It will happen very gradually. For those of you who have had any kind of near-death experience, a trauma, that often then blows up the psychic abilities, opens up the channel and the veil. So for some of you, you could have already had something very serious happen to you that you were very close to maybe crossing over the veil. There could have been a death door around you. It opens up the psychic abilities. If you haven't had that, you can pray to have your psychic abilities opened up in the highest and best way and in a way that brings you joy and peace. And that's how it will happen. And then you can practice as well your psychic ability. You can use tarot cards. You can basically scan them and you can ask before you look at it. Just pick a card, don't look at it, and ask, are you a major arcana card, minor arcana card? And if you get minor, you can ask, are you a court card or a pip card? What suit are you? Until you really refine your psychic abilities, until you get very strong. It's a muscle. You can build it up. Rebirth. So we get Hella here. And I don't look at the cards before I read. Okay? I want it to be spontaneous. But when Hella is underlying here with rebirth, then this is a message for all of those who have been close to death, who has had a major life event. Okay, so it was there to help you actually in some way, and it has to do with your confidence, because the underlying cards in this reading is King of Pentacles, and remember the Kings showed up yesterday as well, King of Swords with the Star, and the Star is about healing the past and it's also about the future. But when you get Kings with the Star, it's often something that you were most likely born an old soul. You were wiser beyond your years, most likely. And this is also some karma from a past life, I feel. The Star is an 8 in numerology. 8, is the eternity symbol, like things pass over it. We can go around and learn the same lesson again and again until we feel in our soul that it has been completed. So you can, and if this is a difficult lesson, you can ask the Creator to free yourself from the lesson and just ask for what the lesson was. What was the wisdom? And then you can accept that you have already gained the wisdom, and you can actually free you from a lot of difficult lessons. Because I feel for a lot of you with the Kings, it's about rising up high actually, but I feel like for some of you, especially when you get the Star, it's something that you have done for a while now. It's a pattern that you've repeated, and they're saying it's time for you now to have a rebirth, have more happiness and joy in your life. Hela and Baldur are tied together in Norse mythology, okay? Hela is basically, she didn't capture Baldur, but Baldur got killed and he ended up in the underworld. And Hela, she kind of got him, and he won't be able to be freed until the Ragnarok is released, and Ragnarok is then the rebirth. So Ragnarok, then it basically symbolizes something that was really a major event, basically. Probably if you think back, that was maybe the most majorly event in your life. Like, it's something that really defined you as a person. That's what they're talking about, and it opened you up psychically as well, and it was there to push you forward, actually, not hold you back. It was there to push you forward, and they want you to know that it was to move forward, not backwards, and not to stand still either. It was to move you forward. So let's get a individualized message. 1, 2, or 3. You choose. And you can pause the video if you like. So for those of you who picked 1, let's only divide them up a bit better. For those of you who picked 1, so for those of you who picked 1, you get double swords. So this is about the intellect in some way. 7 of swords means wanting to work alone, wanting to be independent, wanting to self-manage your life, wanting to have a lot of freedom. And 4 of swords means rest. So basically they're saying it's time for you to maybe do a little bit of a disconnect from the world and take some time out and just spend some time with you and find out who you really are. It's about your security in the end. I feel also that you have wanted more security in your life. And I also feel like there could have been a lot of drama. With the 7 of Swords, there's a need to kind of get away. And for some of you, you could have felt that there was a lot of pressure on you. Possibly even like being like the scapegoat a lot of the times. And you just want peace and quiet for a while. You want to be able to gather your thoughts. You want to go on your journey, your spiritual journey. And you don't want any drama. So I feel like there's a strong need to disconnect from drama. And I'm going to pull a card for you in the numerology deck. Oh. Seven of Swords also speak of learning. Both of those numbers actually speak of learning. And with the swords, it becomes even more about wanting to use your mental capacity and learn, become strong, mentally strong. So for a lot of you, it's going to be a lot of study. And I feel like you get moderation here. Yeah, a need for balance. Need for balance because things could have been off balance. And they're saying also with when you do go on your learning journey and your study, it doesn't have to be university or college. It could be a course you're doing for yourself. It could be reading a book. It could be doing creating your own learning material. Whatever it is, it's something that's going to make you really proud of who you are. Something that will enhance you in the best way possible. And it's actually going to end up giving you more freedom as well, I feel. 14 is a 5 in it's a 5 in numerology, and it means that you have a lot of natural gifts and you're good at so many different things, and I feel like you're now going to take some time to find out what you're best at. That's what I feel. So the second one. Okay, so for the second one, it's about being able to stand up to some oppression that could have happened in your life. You get the Devil card here with Ace of Swords. It could be cutting loose, cutting the chains. And it's the way people are thinking, I feel, a lot of the times, and people's opinions kind of being pushed on you. Maybe you feel that the truth is being ignored. Because Ace of Swords do speak of truth. And it's like the truth can be scary to some people. And the devil, the devil represents lies, it represents injustice, it represents everything that's bad, and then Ace of Swords is kind of like the truth, it's justice. It's two complete opposites are operating at your life at the moment. Let's have a look in the numerology deck. So they're saying take a look at your health, and it's something to do with the way that it's being communicated. And when there's problems in communication, especially if you feel like no one is hearing you or no one's listening to you, that can take a toll on your hormones. So they say you need now to just look after your health. 7 + 1 is 8, and 8 in numerology, it often has some hard lessons attached. It is learning the hard way sometimes. But when you get the Devil card, it is that stress that can be put on you sometimes, and it often is from other people. And some of you might even have experienced abuse. it could be just really difficult situation. And use the swords, because that's your opening now. Use the swords to cut free. Your health will be, it'll be so much easier for you to regain your optimum health once you're in a peaceful, stress-free situation. I feel like there's going to be a breakthrough opportunity for you. And remember, the underlying card here is, we got double kings with the star, and the star is all about health and healing. I feel like you really have to speak your truth. I feel like one of the things that I feel is difficult for the card position too here is having to kind of go along with something that you know is wrong, or having to kind of pretend when you really, it's just not how you really want to live, or you want to be able to just have a clear cut, I feel. And there's not gonna, but there's constantly something keeps coming back, I feel, as well, for some of you, and it's really difficult then to have a completely new beginning, and it could make you anxious. Health is also, you know, your mental health as well. It could just make you feel really anxious and stressed out. Let's have a look at card combination 3. So for pretty much each group here is about taking care of your health. One was, you know, resting, getting enough rest and living more in moderation, meaning having balance. The second one was about your truth and communication and being heard. And the third group, you know, you get 9 of Wands. And 9 of Wands here, it basically speaks of having to be strong, but having had to be strong for so long made you very resilient. But for some of you, you could perhaps be isolating yourself a little bit. Get the Hermit here. Now when you get double 9, you know, 9 of Wands, and then you get the Hermit, which is a 9. It's about, you will basically fall on your feet, like you will land firmly on your feet, they're saying. And I feel like for the group 3, you have gotten to a point of resilience now that very little can upset you or hurt you now. Like you've had pretty much gone through it all, like, and now you're kind of at a high level mentally, especially, and you have a lot of insight into things, and you can really help people actually with that. So let's pull a card for you in the numerology deck. You kind of want everything to be in union and oneness now. Here you get the surrender. It's like you kind of have done it all, like you have lived through so much that there's nothing that can really get to you now. You kind of surrender that. You know there is no real control. Like we all want to be in control, but at some point we kind of have to admit to ourselves that we have minimal control in life. And when you're at peace with that, you have reached a high level of inner peace. And things, as a result, fall into place as magic, basically. You have that magical touch of everything just falling into place, and the underlying program, I feel like, is kind of moving you forward is love, is union. So guys, I will talk to you guys again tomorrow, and I'm going to continue now on the bundle. Bye!